Hey, this is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. Not a lot of fighters get to grow up in the folk style American wrestling system like you have. How do you think that's going to benefit you for a fighter like Brendan?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been wrestling my whole life. He hasn't. But I will say MMA wrestling's different. So that's where we're going to find out in there. If I decide that I want to wrestle in there, we'll see where that skill gap is. We'll see where his skills are compared to mine. I know what my skill set is. I'm a very good wrestler. I feel very confident in my wrestling. But shoot, I might just go out there and throw bombs the whole time with this guy. I don't even know. Like I'm just gonna be free flowing in there, and I'm just gonna fight my fight intelligently. And yeah, when I think back to any fight that I have from here on out, I just look back at the years of the grind of wrestling, and I really appreciate the fact that I came up in wrestling and what the sport has done for me. And it's really just developed a kind of an unbreakable mindset in my eyes. So I owe a lot to the sport of wrestling.
Right on. Hey, Clay, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze. Just wanted to ask, how do you feel coming off such a huge victory with Anthony Pettis? Do you feel like you have heavy momentum, or was that just another fight in the books for you?
I've had momentum all year, man. Um, it just added momentum, added more momentum, I guess. Yeah, I believe I said it last time. I'm coming like a locomotive, and that hasn't changed. That hasn't stopped. I'm still coming like a locomotive. So.
Hey, Clay, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze again. Wanted to ask, who's been your main training partners this go around leading up to this fight?
So I got my little brother, uh, Cosmic Kesley Collard. He just got his first pro win, so we're excited about that. Shout out, little bro. Um, Other than that, it's been Trevor Bradshaw. Um, he's actually out here with me, training, putting in work every day with me. Um, and we have a Jeremiah Andrews, couple other people, man. Not mainly, it's been my little brother and Trevor though.
Okay, cool, cool. And who's going to be in the corner?
Trevor Bradshaw and the famous Ryan Alt. If he's not famous, he should be.
Hey, Lance, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze. You and Bubba, obviously had a lot of history in wrestling, and now you guys have some history in MMA. Does it mean anything to you to get that one back and see him again in the cage?
Yeah, it definitely would. I feel that I didn't really do a lot of interviews and nobody really asked me about it up until this week. But going into that fight, a lot of people asked me like, "Man, you didn't look like yourself. You didn't really look like you were even in there." And people were had their criticisms and things like that, but that's just how the sport is. And to get that fight back would be great, but it's not something I'm drooling over like, hey, I need to get that back. I know what happened in there. I know that I wasn't in there physically. I was in the cage, but mentally I wasn't even there. There were times against the cage when he was holding me against the fence and I'm just like, man, once this is over, I'm going to pack my stuff and head back to Ohio and hang out and relax. It was a really strange situation. So to not be there mentally and still have a decent decision loss, I guess you could say, and instead of getting injured and I feel like I created more injuries in that fight for him than he created for me because I pretty much left the fight unscathed, but obviously I took the loss. But being there mentally, if we do fight in the future, would be a huge difference for me.
Awesome. We're excited to see you bounce back. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze. You're undefeated, and Anthony Pettis is your next opponent. He's obviously the biggest opponent on paper that you've ever had. How important is it to you to not only remain undefeated, but to capitalize on an opportunity against a name like his?
Well, you know, staying undefeated is something that a lot of people hold on to it very tightly. I also do enjoy being undefeated. You carrying that always very important for me. But at the same time, I'm not married to being undefeated. This sport has a lot of how you say things happens a lot in this sport. So like I said, I always remain to be undefeated. I always try to finish my fights and do my best always whenever I get in there. but at the same time, there is no pressure for me on being undefeated. Especially now I'm fighting a big name, and for me it's just another fight, man. I'm fighting another big name now. It's ahead of me. The one before was a big name as well for me, so I'm just excited for whatever is ahead for me. I think I can do it. I think I have what it takes, and I'll bring it this Thursday.
Put you on silent before you mess me up. Oh, this mic is legit. Jit. Look at this. Yes.
What up, Bubba? It's Breeze with the MMA Breeze, man.
What's up, Breezy?
How you living?
Look at me, dog. Come on now. Stop playing. You know how I'm living. Look at me, son.
Looks cozy.
I'm living good, man. Feeling good. Excited about the fights. Excited about the lights. Y'all got my good side, too. This is nice.
Yeah, right on, right on. So, I mean, you just took out the former champ. How confident are you heading into this next matchup?
Dog, my jury is exuding confidence, dog. So you know me. I'm feeling like $1 million. Apropos that I'll be fighting soon for $1 million. I took a pay cut beating the champ. They've given him $2 million for doing what I would have did to him. But I'm very excited about the next matchup and the matchup after that and the matchup after that. We're not gonna look too far ahead. One round at a time, 1 minute at a time, one punch at a time. But Bobby Moffitt's in trouble.
Hey, Brendan, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze. You're going up against a pretty decorated American wrestler. You've had some banter and rapport with Bubba Jenkins, another wrestler. How do you like the matchup between you and wrestlers stylistically?
I've been preparing for wrestlers my whole career. I just had this same discussion with somebody else, and if I sat here and told you that my wrestling's as good as my striking, you'd probably think I'm lying, but it's the actual truth. I love wrestling just as much as I love striking. When it's wrestling day, I'm not one of them guys to skip it. I embrace it. I've trained with some great wrestlers, and they'll all tell you how high level my wrestling is. It's very hard to shoot on somebody that's as fast as I am and somebody that's as aggressive as I am with strikes. It really puts you off trying to shoot. So all these wrestlers in this competition, this is going to be the first one. It's not going to be the last one. So let's see, man. It's exciting.
Hey, Anthony, it's Breeze with the MMA Breeze. Being your second go around in the bubble with your second PFL fight, how has this camp compared to the last one? And do you feel that it's that you learned anything from the first go around?
Yeah, I literally made my last camp based off my first performance. Like I said, like the cage being a little slippery, I adjusted my training to be a lot less risk taking in there, like the jump kicks, the spin kicks. Like I went back to the basics. So that was one thing I took from the first fight. Just the whole format of how it's set up, how quick we move. Me and Duke went through like the whole process of how we're gonna make it feel comfortable and make it feel like how we usually make it feel. So that's all we can really do is just make the adjustments. And I think last camp, was basically made off of just what I needed to change for that last fight.